Happy VEDA! Today is Monday, April 24th, and I am so happy to be here. Guys, we're so close. Okay, so today is Monday, but Saturday was Earth Day. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about all of the things that I am trying to do, that I'm either doing or trying to do to become low waste, with eventually the idea being zero waste. Let's go. Okay, so to me, zero waste feels like this really far off pipe dream of a thing that maybe I can get to one day when I'm like an accomplished 30-something-year-old and like have my whole life figured out. But in the meantime, I'm going to be doing some low waste things. And the reason that I am interested in low waste is similar to the reason that I am interested in becoming a vegetarian. It's because I want to live a life that is more sustainable. And I realize that there are some things in my life that I don't have control over and are very unsustainable. Travel being one of them. I'm like, in some ways it's avoidable, but also it's kind of unavoidable in other ways. I have a car. I kind of need a car in LA. And sometimes I have to travel to visit family, and that's just a thing that needs to happen. And I'm not mad about these things, but I also hope that I can try and offset them by being low waste or zero waste in other areas. My other hope with making this video specifically is that by publicly saying I want to be more low waste and more zero waste, I will hold myself accountable to actually going and meeting that goal eventually someday in the future. Once again, zero waste feels like a pipe dream for me right now, but low waste seems possible. So let's talk about some of the things that I am doing already and some of the things that I'm interested in doing in the future. The first thing I'm going to talk about is vegetarianism, and that's more to mention it and to point to this other video that I made, which should be right up here. Over here? Is that how that works? Yeah, over here. And it's been a couple weeks since I made that, but I'm still in kind of the same spot. I'm probably much better at not eating meat and saying no to people when they offer me things that I know have meat in them. But I'm still not perfect, so it's still a process and a journey. The next thing that I'm going to talk about, once again, fairly briefly, is hang drying my clothes. So I actually started doing this in college, but not because I wanted to be more low waste, but because I wanted to save some money. In college, I was on coin-operated dryers and washers, and it saved me $2 a week, which is not much, but is almost a Starbucks drink, to, instead of putting my clothes in the dryer, to just hang them on a drying rack that my roommate had. Eventually I purchased a drying rack for myself, and I have no regrets. It's a really great way for me to save some money and to also be low waste at the same time. So the other thing that was a pretty easy switch, and the struggle is just remembering to use them, is canvas shopping bags. Los Angeles and San Francisco, a lot of cities in California and even in other places around the country are starting to not give you plastic or paper bags when you are at a grocery store, and you have to either bring your own or purchase them for 10 cents. So I have quite a collection of canvas bags. Some of them are ones that I purchased from like Trader Joe's. Some of them are ones that were given away as freebies, and they work great. I saw a couple people online through YouTube who have these little kits of like mesh vegetable bags and bulk bags and things like that, and I just kind of looked around my house and realized that I already have a lot of those things. So I put them together in what used to be like a little makeup case that I hardly ever use. Another thing that I do that feels more like a passively low waste thing to me, but is definitely something that I'm very conscious of, is that I try not to order things from the internet. Sometimes this is unavoidable. I can't find what I really need in a physical store, so I'll go out and find it online and have it sent to me. Often when you order things from the internet, they send it to you in so many different packages and bubble wraps and things, and it's just wasteful. And why not go to a store, see the thing that I want, and purchase it and then have it right away. The other adjustment that has been relatively easy in theory, and once again the hardest part, is remembering that I'm doing this. And that is bringing reusable coffee thermoses and containers for drinks when I go out. I have a water bottle that I carry everywhere with me. It's a Swell bottle, so it's actually insulated, and I like it a lot. Coffee cups and like reusable cups for like to go into a place and have them fill is harder for me to remember because I don't always know that I'm going to go to a coffee shop or a tea shop when I leave the house. Sometimes I just go places on a whim. So I'm still working on getting better about that, but I definitely am trying to be much more conscious of it. The last thing I'm going to talk about in this video for low waste stuffs is feminine products. So I use a menstrual cup and period panties, and I don't feel the need to do like a total complete review because I've used menstrual cups for a while. I originally had one called the Keeper. I stopped using it for a little while and eventually went back to it, and now I have a cup called the Lena cup, which I like a lot. I chose it because it is kind of California local. When I was looking up different brands and researching different brands, I decided to choose the one that was based in Southern California. And it actually, because it was based in Southern California, it took approximately 2 days to get to me, which was absolutely fantastic. I would definitely recommend a menstrual cup if you are a period having human. They can take a little bit of time to get used to, but once you get used to them, it's really easy, and I have no complaints after years of using a menstrual cup. So that's about it. Like I said, there are so many things that I'm not doing because I am not zero waste at all right now. I'm not even really low waste. I know in a lot of people's eyes, and even in my own eyes, I'm making small steps and doing what I can. Hopefully down the line I will do more research on recycling centers. I do recycle, but I'm not confident that the recycle bin in the back of my building actually gets recycled as opposed to just being dumped in with the rest of the trash. So I would like to do some research on recycling centers and bringing my recycling to a recycling center. I'm also really interested in composting. When I was in high school in San Francisco, the school composted. In fact, the entire city of San Francisco composts. And it's something that I would be interested in learning if there is a way to do that here in Los Angeles. I think that there is. I just need to do some research and figure out what makes the most sense for me in my apartment and with where I'm living and how I'm living right now. So that's where I'm at right now, and hopefully over the next couple months I will continue to make steps towards being low waste, zero waste, and in the meantime I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. So I hope you get a chance to do something that you love today. Have a great day and happy VEDA. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching.